what do you practically do to heal from arrhythmias? You guys watched my part 1 video. You guys would be aware of the way we screen for arrhythmias and how we actually use a step-by-step process to fix arrhythmias, because everything can be healed. Everything can be healed because we were designed for health. So once we have a diagnosis of arrhythmias, how then can we reverse engineer this entire hierarchy based on the 3 pillars of health that I teach, that I promise you probably never have been told before? How do you then reverse engineer and work step by step backwards? Now, here is how I would want to guide this video. I'm going to do a quick recap of the first 1 and 2 pillars, and then we're going to look at the hierarchy within the body. So that's the meat of that video, where I actually want to expand on the third pillar, and actually talk about before in your brain and your physiology, so neurologically and physiologically, all the chemical reactions, stuff like that, before the heart fails, okay? After fixing first and second, right? And we want to help the body to heal quickly and taking practical, scientific driven steps. How then do we help the body, right? So you may be sitting there going, I've gotten my beta blockers checked, I've had my catheter ablation done, I have had my pacemaker put in, stuff like that. All those things, you may just be working at just the heart. Okay, so very quickly before I jump into that, the first type of relationships are healthy, and that will generally bring about a love-based relationship, and that will create healthy mindsets where you can actually think well, think healthily, and then that generally results in a healthy body. Okay, now we go the other way, the other side of things, the other end of the spectrum, where we have disease, and how we end up with arrhythmias is where there is a broken relationship with yourself, okay, or with others. That means what I'm talking about is a long-standing fear, okay, that has caused your body to be so stressed that your mindset gets toxic, and eventually that creates arrhythmia. So that's a really quick summary, but if you want to look at the details of that, please watch part 1 of the video that I've linked right at the end of this video. So please check that out if you haven't, because that comes first before part 2 of the video. That's why it's called part 2. Okay, now part 2 of this video, the meat of it, I'm going to focus within the next 2 to 3 minutes, just the problem of arrhythmias and how your brain thinks about your heart. Okay, there are 4 steps. Okay, everyone says 4 primary steps that happen before arrhythmias happen, or any heart problem happen for that matter. Okay, so I'm going to focus on right here. So before you have a heart problem, notice I put the word number 5 because there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, before the heart problem happens, typically what happens is your body is unable to produce energy. So that's why people with heart issues, they often feel breathless, they feel dizzy, they feel these kinds of energy-related problems, or lack of energy-related problems, right? And then number 3 is immune system. Okay, and immune system, I talked about in another video where I laid out the entire protocol in the body, which is the 3rd pillar of health, how the immune system actually talks about. So if you have some kind of food sensitivity, some kind of chemical sensitivity, some kind of heavy metal sensitivity, or perhaps you have a first line of defense issue, that means you keep falling sick. So some kind of infection, right? But whether it is fungal, whether it is viral or bacterial, if you have any of these problems, guess what? It can impact your immune system, make it sluggish. Or if you have some food chemical sensitivity issue, it can actually make your immune system a bit more hypersensitive. And what that happens, what it does is it impacts your energy and eventually impacts your heart. Okay, that's step 3. Now, what about step 2? Step 2 really is inflammation. Are you healthily inflamed, or are you pro-inflammatory? That means, do you have more PG2, prostaglandin 2, or do you have prostaglandin 1 and 3, which is unhealthy? So this is what we screen for as well. We actually put patients on a diet, give them certain nutrient considerations, and get them to use food as medicine. So like I talked about in another video where I I mentioned that toxins are man-made, so a lot of these things that we think as health foods, they can help for a little while, like supplements, which you pay a lot of money for, or you can actually just look for natural, raw, untainted food options, which will be the most assimilable to our bodies. Okay. Now the last one really is chronic and acute pain. Okay, I don't have space there, but what I want to talk about that is chronic acute pain that can be coming from a known source or a hidden source. So if you just hurt your low back, I can guarantee you in your brain, everything 2, 3, 4, 5, it's undergoing a lot of problems. So this is where a lot of people can have effects everywhere else, widespread effects in 2, 3, 4, 5, even down to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is steps that I'll cover in another video. But understand that because of pain can affect everything. So this is why our first step of every patient who comes with a chronic condition, I'm looking at, do you have chronic acute pain that is known or unknown? That's why we fix a lot of unresolved pain, and we see inflammation improve, we see immune system improve, we see energy improve, we see heart problems improve. Okay, now once we have finished off step 1, 2, 3, 4, how then do we fix the heart? I want to talk about positive emotion driven that is self-induced. That means we actually get the patients to perform certain clinical testing. Right, we're going to perform a clinical test on the patient while they actually engage in self-induced positive thoughts. So this is where it really goes back to the healthy mindset, because this is where we go, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he will be. Okay, so you can actually see how the heart in science that's established in literature, when the heart thinks of positive thoughts, or what we call heart-focused therapy, we really see immune function go up. We really see the next step, which is endocrine function, go up, right? Hormones. Okay, that's the reason why we don't do hormones before we do heart, right? But we actually want to do the heart before the hormones because of certain things that I'll talk about when we have a certain hormonal issue that I'm getting into. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is how we actually treat the body. So if you're looking for practical steps as to how to fix a heart problem, yes, fix the toxic mindsets. That will take time. But if you're looking to do something that is immediate, something that you can really take action on right now, go fix your chronic pain. Go fix your inflammation. If you haven't been taking fish oil, why not? Or if you've been taking fish oil but you're not absorbing it and your pee is golden yellow, or like you're getting diarrhea and stuff like that, some side effects from taking unabsorbed fish oil, then what are you doing with it? Fix the inflammation. And then right after that, fix the immune system. Do you have any food allergies? Do you have any chemical sensitivities? Do you have any heavy metal sensitivities? Do you have any first line defense issues? Do you have infections, chronic infections that you haven't gotten solved? Maybe a UTI, maybe an ear infection, maybe a nose infection, sinus infection, stuff like that. Okay, and energy production, right? Are you sleeping well? Are you doing stuff like that? So generally, this is the framework that we use, and I hope that helped, because this is how patients in my clinic get clarity. So if you're sitting there with arrhythmias, or you know someone who has a problem with arrhythmias, please share this video with them, because your clarity that you got today from this video can be someone else's testimony. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share it around. Hit the notification bell, and I will love to be able to alert you the moment a new video gets uploaded. So thank you again. We'll see you next time.